So today in the garage, I'm talking about the 60 Biscayne. It's ready to be put up for sale, minus the door panels and a couple other little things. It's on eBay right now and Facebook Marketplace, but you can also shoot me an email at midyearmitch@gmail.com and let me know if you want to see pictures or if you're interested in the car. All right, so I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the car, show you what I've done, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so you can see more about this car and other cars that I have on the channel. So this is a 1960 Chevy Biscayne. It's got a 350 under the hood, backed up with a R10 Borg-Warner transmission, so it's the 3-speed with an overdrive, so it's a pretty slick setup. The inside, you probably haven't seen yet. I just recovered the seats, made my own seat covers, cut my own foam, and repaired a lot of the seat springs in them. So they're nice and plush. Redid the back seat. I put a new headliner in the car. The dome lights and everything like that works. I resprayed the dash and all the trim. I'm still putting some of the trim back in, and I'm working on door panels right now. So I thought this would be a good time to show you about the car, because you can actually see inside the door with the panel off to show you, that this is a solid car. It looks like there's just some undercoating or sound deadening in here, but there's no holes in the bottom of the door, and don't see anything crazy. I don't see anything crazy on the back side of the door skin, so it's a pretty honest car. It's got a little bit of waves in the body, but that could just be because it was painted a few times throughout its life. So a little bit of a, maybe if you want to call it a body man special. But the dash has been repainted, repainted the gauge cluster, just freshened all that stuff up. This is actually cast blast, and it came out real nice. Just have a couple pieces to put back in there. But doors close super soft. Like I said, real nice. It's kind of a backyard paint job. There's a couple little waves or dents in the trunk, but it wouldn't be that hard to get out. The paint has some junk in it here and there. It's got some, like I said, some waves. But in the trunk here, went ahead and repainted it. Super solid floor. I think it may have been replaced at one point with another floor. But it's nice and solid. There's no holes. Rewired the whole car so the taillights work properly. Like I said, repainted it. New mat just to freshen it up. And the car was green before it was repainted, and I think it was originally white. But all the trim is here. All the chrome's here. It's in good shape. Definitely repairable if you wanted to take this car to the next level. But it's a driver right now, so you can enjoy it the way it is. So the door panels were just a basic blue, and they had screw heads popping through. So I'm going to probably spray them black. And I have these armrests, actually from a Thunderbird, that I'm going to put in the mud dyed in black. So it'll spruce it up a little bit. And I'm going to put a little cove that's about this shape on the door panel, like that. And this will be black, and this will be that color of the seat. So that insert will be this material here. So that'll look pretty sharp. But the whole car, like I said, has been rewired front to back. For the most part, everything works. I just have to get the tack to work pretty much, and everything else works. Lights, horn works. So under the hood, I just need to tidy up the wiring a little bit. The previous owner put on real long spark plug wires, so they're just kind of hanging everywhere. I didn't get a chance to work on that yet. But this is a mid-70s 350, runs pretty good. Engine compartment, it just could use a little bit of touching up here. These zip ties need replaced with something more substantial. But it's an honest little car. Drum brakes all around. It's not power. Doesn't have power steering, so it relies on the driver. But it's got the big steering wheel, so you can muscle through it. But it runs pretty good. But the shifter is real cool because it's biased over to the right. So it always wants to be, you know, into that next gate. So you just have to push it straight forward for second and just straight back for third. So it's pretty easy. Definitely could bang shift this thing with a setup like that. So I just need to finish putting a couple things on the dash. But it's coming together pretty quick here. So the floors in the car are also very solid. I replaced these pans back here on the passenger and driver side. The front ones are really nice. These were replaced at some point in probably the 70s or 80s or something. And they definitely needed going over, so I welded fresh reproductions in there and they turned out real nice. So underneath the car, the frame's super solid. I don't know how well you can see it, but it looks like the frame's just dirty. It's not rusty or anything. It just could use a fresh coat. Probably just could use a fresh coat of paint underneath, but there's no structural issues with it. Doesn't look like it's twisted or anything. So the car just needs some aesthetics work. You know, you can bring it to whatever level you want. You know, it's got the wheels, it's got the stance. If you wanted to, you could lower it down a little bit. You know, do some body work, change the color, patina it, whatever you want to do. You can put LS in it, big block, leave the small block. You know, it's a blank canvas, but it, you know, it runs and drives. So this car, before I bought it, was sitting for a few years. I think the owner kind of rushed it to get it painted, to get the interior in it. So I'm redoing the interior. Like I said, I redid the wiring. It had a lot of fire hazards in it. So I took care of those. So it's a lot safer now. So it's a good, solid platform. Mechanically, it's pretty solid, but I don't have the trust in it yet. So I'm not sure how well it handles on the highway. I haven't put it through the paces yet. So I'm not sure about that. So if you do buy the car, I'd recommend trailering it home, just because I don't have the confidence in it yet, just from not driving it around town. But you know, it's a great car. It definitely turns heads, and it's priced really well for what it is. So like I said, if you want to contact me, be sure to subscribe, like the video. I have some more videos coming up on the work I did to this car, how I did it. As always, if you enjoyed, please hit the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to see more cars, see some more videos on this car, and see what ends up happening to it. Hopefully it goes to a good home. So I'll catch you guys later.